just think that, again, I think it's that world stage, and for Nike, with all of the federations, all of the sports, all of the countries we work with, it's that one moment in time when, you know, really what the athlete is asking for is delivered for them. It's the innovative product that they have that can help them compete and win, not just Americans, on a global level.
And for us, I'll separate out Olympics from World Cup for a moment. And for us, the Olympics does one thing. It leaves a legacy for us in these countries that wouldn't otherwise be there. And so every time we go into a new country with an Olympics, we look at what are we going to leave behind. So people say Coca-Cola helped leave something better than what was here. And what we did this year was we did the first green games from a Coca-Cola perspective. We left no waste behind. We made sure that our trucks were the hybrid trucks, so when we were delivering, there were efficient fuel systems in place. We had an enormous recycling initiative going on. And this was really challenging because it had to be planned out almost a year and a half in advance, and everything had to be done a certain way. And we had to make sure that if we were going to say this publicly, we could actually deliver on that promise. And we did. And what happens for our business when we go into a country with Olympics is you see our business grow. And so our Canadian business last year had been on a downward slide. We were suffering. And the Olympics brought us on an upward trajectory. And if you look at our business results, we have something in our company called the Woodruff Cup, and that's considered one of the most prestigious awards you can get in our business from a countrywide perspective. Well, it's unheard of for a country like Canada to really make it up into the top tier. Well, it made it as number 2. China won, but Vancouver, number 2, and it was because of the growth they saw in their business from the Olympics, the fact that they did deliver on 100% green games, and at the same time, they left a strong community legacy because they also gave back and did things within the parks and recreation. So those are the types of ways that we like to leverage the Olympics, because for us, Olympics, it is the world stage, and there's a greater purpose there. It's not just about coming in and making money off of the sports aspect. It's not just about the entertainment opportunity for us with our customers. It's much bigger than that. It's about what do we leave behind, because we're in over 200 countries, and in the United Nations there's only, what, 196? So we sell our products in more countries than are sitting at the United Nations table. We're usually the number 1 or number 2 employer in a lot of these developing markets. And so we have a real responsibility when we're there to do these types of things. So that's Olympics for us, and that's something that will always be a part of our company and our brands. We renewed our relationship for over 100 years, and we plan to be there and do things as Olympics continues to expand. For World Cup, for us, we also know that World Cup is the #1 sport in the world that people are very passionate about. It also has similar characteristics to the Olympics because you're following your country, and that's also another unusual thing. And so for us, what we had found is that in the past, in the United States, we had treated the World Cup as the Hispanic proposition. So we did it, only towards the Hispanic segments and Hispanic outlets. And what we found is that we were really missing the boat with soccer in the United States, and having the World Cup was something that could help prop up our business. So this year, what we did is we actually kicked off our national summer promotion with the World Cup. And it wasn't just against the Hispanic consumer, it was across all of the consumer segments. So think about soccer moms. Well, moms are the ones purchasing our products in grocery stores. And soccer moms are in every single local community. So that gave us a really nice platform. At the same time, we did have the components that were focused specifically for the Hispanic audience, but we also then had programs for the African American audience, because this is about celebrating Africa as well, and bringing cultural heritage. So the World Cup for us, what we have found is a much larger platform and something we can leverage on a larger scale, especially here in North America.